You didn't ask for it, but you need to hear it. Hot takes, bold opinions, and bitter truths all in store today. We're going to say what needs to be said, even if no one asked. She is Rebekah Black. I am Dan O'Malley, and this is Unsolicited. Rebekah, if it's okay with you, I would like to start this week by asking the age-old question, am I the a-hole?
Okay, I love it already.
All right, here we go. Am I the a-hole for calling our friend's husband an a-hole? My wife and I were hanging out with her coworker the other day. We are early 40s. She is mid-30s. Right as she was leaving, she complained that she had to stop to get food on the way home for her husband and 3 kids. I asked her, can't your husband make something? She said no, because he can't cook. I said, wow, what an a-hole. She asked me why. I said, because that's weaponized incompetence. There is a difference.
Totally.
Yes. There is a difference between can't and won't.
It won't.
He can learn to cook, but he won't. That's bullshit. I saw the light go on inside of her eyes, and I'm pretty sure the evening did not go well for him. So, am I the a-hole or is he? Signed, me, Dan O'Malley. This one's from me.
No!
Yeah, this is not one that we poached from Reddit. This one is straight from my heart to you.
In all honesty, these are my favorite ones. Like when it's one of us.
Yeah. So, based on what you have heard,
yeah,
am I the a-hole in this scenario or is he?
Absolutely not. He is. 100% he is. Also, does he not have a car? Can he not drive? Can he not go pick up food and or order DoorDash? There's millions of options these days. I don't know if you know this.
Why is it falling on her?
Right.
Especially to do it after work. Like, she's already been working.
Did you go far enough to tell the husband, too, that he's the a-hole? Or did you just tell the wife?
I just told her because he wasn't there. Had he been there, I would have said,
yes.
Dude, you're an a-hole.
Totally. I would have done the exact same. I think you're absolutely in the right.
Not only would I have thrown him under the bus, I would have been driving it.
Yeah, help me put the gas as far down as possible.
Pedal to the metal in the bus. I am running you over, dude. That is absolute a-holery.
He's just lazy.
Yes. It absolutely is lazy. And I even asked her, I said, let me see if I can profile this. All of a sudden, I turned into an FBI profiler.
Of course.
Let me ask you some questions about your husband. Is he a turd? No.
Yes.
I said, is he a mama's boy? And she's like, well, I said, answer it. And she said, yes. I said, was he raised by her and then really never had to do anything for himself? Laundry, cooking, obviously. Anything remotely resembling adulting. Was any of that done for him by his mom? She's like, yes. I said, there's the problem.
Absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. The worst person to marry is a mama's boy. That should be red flag number 1. You should just turn and walk away.
There's a difference between loving mama, having a good relationship with mama, and then being in a relationship with mama.
Correct, which is what it sounds like with this guy.
Yeah,
Mom did everything for his first wife.
Yes. Oh, God, that makes me want to puke. This is something you're absolutely right. This needs to be a red flag for you if you come across a man who has severe mother issues. If he has done zero adulting for himself, he needs to learn. And
agreed.
Now, my situation was a little bit different. My parents were together for a while, then they weren't. So then I had the balanced childhood of loving family home into single mother home type of situation. And we lived with my grandmother for a while. So I was about 12 years old, and my mom was constantly working, and I had laundry piling up. So I went to my grandmother, and I said, will you please show me how to do laundry so I can have clean clothes?
Hold on. Ding, ding, ding. The difference is the way you phrased it. Will you show me how to do laundry?
Yes.
Not asking her to do your laundry.
Absolutely not. And I don't know what that was inside of me. I have no idea. I went to my grandmother and I said, will you teach me how to do laundry so I can do this myself? And the downside to that is something we spoke about in a previous episode is now I'm really particular in how I like my clothes done. So there's a balance to these things.
Yeah, it's like it's good on one hand, but then it also created the laundry monster.
It did. I am a laundry
Yeah.
monster.
Yeah. You're ugh,
Yeah, I know.
the worst. You're the worst.
Yeah, pick your poison. So
Exactly.
it really does though. Like I cannot fathom expecting my significant other to do that level of work for me. I cannot
Same.
function in that capacity at all. I don't know if it's guilt or what, but I just can't. I would feel way too bad about asking someone else to do something that I am perfectly capable of learning and doing on my own.
Yeah, like it's one thing if, your partner's busy and they have a lot on their plate for the day, so you're picking up the slack, right? That's how marriage should be, a give and a take. You should not expect that after your wife's had a long day of work to come home and bring you dinner on the way home just because she happens to be out and about. What are you doing? If you're already home, why couldn't you have done it?
Mm-hmm. There's expectation,
Yeah.
and expectations leads to entitlement, and I can't even fathom being in a relationship with someone like that has those things thrust upon you. Like it makes my skin
Right.
crawl. That's why I couldn't bite my tongue. Normally I'm really good at like just
Oh, I'm not.
being diplomatic. Yeah, I know you're
Yeah.
not. That's why this show works. uh but I usually try to play the diplomat kind of thing and try to see
Sure.
things from both sides, whatever. But in this one, like it just triggered me, and I was like, "This guy's a freaking a-hole. He can't go pick up food. He can't throw something on the grill. I mean, come." She's like, "Well, he can't even cook rice." I was like, "Yes, he can. If he can put together a table from IKEA, he
Yeah.
can figure out how to make rice. It's right there on the package. It tells you."
You can't just slap together a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Nobody is asking you to make this super fancy meal at all. Like, bare minimum here is really all that it takes to put together a meal for your kids and yourself.
Yeah, we're not looking for you to join the cast of Hell's Kitchen and be screamed at by Gordon Ramsay
No,
because you overcooked the
no.
scallops. Just be able
Right.
to make some food for yourself and your children like an adult.
Like spaghetti is that hard? You literally just heat up some sauce and throw it on pasta. It's like the easiest dish on the planet.
You say that, but then this turd's going to make a whole bowl of crunchy sketty. Yeah.
Gross.
That's
Why are you gonna say crunchy sketty?
I really don't know. I just saw it in my head and I thought, well, that's what it needs to be called. Today's special.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this dude's just straight up lazy. It sounds like, yeah, somewhere along the way, his mom probably did everything for him, and he just assumes and expects that that's what his wife is supposed to do as well.
Yeah. So, mom and moms,
Mm-hmm.
teach your kids right. Teach them how to do things for themselves. Don't just do the things for them. Show them how to do those things so then they can do them themselves as an adult. But to me, there's a weird psychological thing going on with some parents, especially when it comes to moms, how
Yeah.
they will be like, I don't want my baby to have to do this. I'm going to take care of you.
I think that is insane. Like, I'm not a mom, right? But I would go insane if my kid was constantly needing something from me. Like, that is not a functional life to live for either
Yeah.
person.
Like you get that when you're a baby. That is okay.
Yeah.
That's the expectation. It's okay to be entitled as a baby. All right.
But
At
the
a
whole point of growth
is
is like
growth.
growth.
I believe we figured this out.
Correct.
How good are your manners? How's your etiquette game? Well, you better straighten up because did you know that our very own Rebekah Black is a secret Miss Manners? It's true.
It's true.
So here's your scenario, Miss Rebekah.
Yeah.
While in flight at 30,000 feet, passengers may exhibit certain behaviors that would be deemed inappropriate on land. For example, in the Delta subreddit, a user titled a post, Crimes Against Humanity, along with a photo of a man lying back with his bare feet up on the seat in front of him. So, Miss Rebekah, is this okay or is this bad etiquette?
This is absolutely the worst kind of etiquette. And I knew, man, I knew when you started down this path, I was like, I bet it has something to do with gross feet. Gross feet in public. I'm sorry. No, you should not take off your shoes on a flight ever, nor should you put your feet on like anything bare. And I'm going to tell you, if I'm on this flight, I'm absolutely going to take a picture of your feet and I'm going to shame you. And I'm not going to unblur your face.
Oh.
Right?
Now,
And I'm if I
are you going to say
oh, go
something
ahead.
to the person or just let the online shaming do it?
I'm going to let the online shaming do it. If it's not directly affecting me, that's where the online thing comes into play.
Got it.
I think if this is happening in front of me, you'll be able to tell by the look on my face that what you're doing is absolutely disgusting and atrocious.
So let's take it one step further. What happens if you're sitting in your plane seat and you feel a nudge and you look down and over
No. No, the thought of somebody else's foot touching me, like besides like my husband or something, is way too far. That is, you are encroaching on my personal space. I don't know where your feet have been. I don't know what locker room floor they've touched. There, no, 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 no. And I would lose my mind if it even grazed me. If a toenail just grazed the back of my elbow, it's on.
It's on how?
Like there might be a fight. Like we may have to land the plane and people get arrested because like seriously. Haven't you ever been to like a concert and somebody's hair touches you and you get like ugh?
Yes, that is absolutely a gross feeling, especially if it's a good show and everyone's hot and you're in like
Right.
you're in the
Yes.
pit area or something. That's gross, but I'm not going to punch someone over it. Although I must say, the the way you describe it, if you're sitting there and out of nowhere on your back left elbow, you get a little big toe tickle
Mm-hmm.
on the back of your arm/elbow, I can absolutely see not only you, but even me whirring around and going, what the F are you doing?
Yeah. Absolutely. This is like not I don't miss COVID, but this is where I miss COVID and I miss the bubble because people do not understand personal space whatsoever. Like I do not understand why or how you could think it would be okay to take your shoes off and then put your feet on other places that other people touch. Like I don't get that. And I am absolutely the person like, yes, I'm going to shame you 100%. I've had a similar situation. I will say they were sock feet but it was at a football game.
Okay, go on.
So my husband and I, we both went to the University of Texas in Austin and we love to go watch the Longhorns play. And we're literally at a game. This happened last season, I think. And we're sitting in the bleachers in the stands. It's hot as hell outside. And I mean hot as hell. Like I can see the sweat dripping through my shirt, right?
Ooh.
So disgusting, right? I casually look over a few minutes later, and the dude who's I think maybe 4 or 5 people down from me has shoes off, socks on, and propped on top of the bleacher in front of him.
Yeah.
Sweaty sock, not just like socks out of your shoes, but sweaty sock.
Like, I mean, obviously, because you know that's sweaty, because if your shirt is soaked through and dripping with sweat, then
Correct.
clearly his feet are.
They have to be, and that's the whole point of socks, right? To absorb like the sweat.
Yeah.
So they had to have been moist. I don't even like that word.
No woman likes that word.
But can you imagine? And like, I bet, like, if he took his feet off of the bleacher, you could see like the ring of feet print.
I'm sure you could.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's probably nice to like a dual wet spot there with the feet. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just
No, I
waiting,
think I have
just
a
waiting
picture
for the
of this,
person
by
to
the way.
sit down and press their back up. Now, maybe they wouldn't even notice it because they're also dripping with sweat. Maybe they wouldn't notice the feet sweat behind them.
I don't know. I'm like this now. I'm my mind is rolling here, and I'm
Mhm.
like, do they wash those bleachers down with something after games?
Oh, I doubt it. I think that's just, they just let Mother Nature handle that.
Do its thing? Like, ugh.
Yeah,
Sorry. And now I've got butt sweat in my brain, and like it's compounding. There's butt sweat, there's feet sweat, there's all kinds of weird bodily sweats everywhere.
All right, so we know if we really, really, really want to get under your skin and drive you crazy and possibly get punched by you, leading to federal charges, it's to touch you with bare feet.
Correct.
Got it.
Yeah. I mean, would that? I can't believe that wouldn't send you into like a frenzy.
It might send me into a frenzy because here's the thing that I automatically assume if you're a barefoot wonder. If you're so comfortable on a flight to go barefoot and stick your feet up on things where feet are not supposed to go, then you're going to do it in really other terrible places. Kind of like Britney
Totally.
Spears at that roadside
Yeah.
bathroom years ago and how
Ugh,
disgusting that
yes.
looked. Like it wasn't a Bucky's that she did that in. Like if you're barefoot in
Correct.
a Bucky's, that's bad, but at least it's Bucky's and it's the cleanest restroom you're going to find anywhere on the interstate. But if you're in like that random mobile station in Podunk, East Texas, that
Ugh.
also sells fried gizzards and things. That's a level of barefoot that I want nothing to do with, and that's what I assume your
Agreed.
daily life is like.
Yeah, 100%. I question your mental stability if you're willing to walk into a bathroom or any other environment in your bare feet that aren't your own. Right? Like it's one thing if it's my germs, it's another thing if you're inflicting your germs upon someone else in a public space. Like that's not allowed. That should be illegal.
Yeah, I can't believe that I feel this needs to be said, but barefoot at Bucky's is one thing, but you really should not be barefoot at a gas station that sells fried gizzards.
No. The fact that we're even having to discuss it and that it's some people don't know that this is the proper protocol is insane to me.
I shouldn't be wondering what's stickier, the bathroom floor or your feet. Like which one contaminated the other? It's like chicken and the egg. Like were the
Yeah.
bathroom floors okay and then you stepped on them, or were the bathroom floors really bad and you didn't care and you still stepped on them?
Oh god, it's just
And then keep in mind that's the person that's going to take their shoes and socks off on the airplane and then touch the back
yep,
of your
and then just
elbow.
touch it. Just touch it all. Ugh. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. I don't even want to be a friend with somebody like that. That's disgusting.
Do you and your husband, when you fly places together, I'm assuming you sit next to each other.
Yeah.
If the scenario happened where you sat in the aisle seat and he sat in the aisle seat directly behind you, and he
Mhm.
decided to play a little marital prank on you and
Oh.
take his shoe off and then take his big toe and not touch the back of your elbow, but instead really show off his flexibility and reach up there and just graze your earlobe.
I mean, in all honesty, because I know it's my husband, I'd probably laugh because it's kind of funny. But then at the same time, I'm like, have you no shame? Do you not understand where we're at and that this is not inappropriate, even if it is a joke? Other people are watching you.
Yeah. I'm now going to alter the scenario. Your husband's
Okay.
sitting behind you. He takes his shoe off. He takes his big toe and he tickles the back of your elbow, which of course leads you to turn around, probably smack him or say, stop that.
Right.
Then he does it again. Maybe a third time. But the final time, the thing touches the back of your ear. And when you turn around this time, you see that he has switched seats with the seatmate and it's someone else sitting behind you, leading you to think it's the other guy touching you in the ear with his toe.
Everybody's gonna die.
Note to self, never fly with Rebekah. Next up on Unsolicited, Rebekah is ready to normalize something that might cost her her marriage.
That's everything.
Boy.
Literally, that could be anything. But today, if we're going to be specific,
Yes, today specifically, what could possibly ruin your marriage?
my husband is a bad liar.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, a bad liar. And like not just to me, but to everybody else. And it's so obvious when he's lying and it's annoying. And I'm kind of tired of it because I have to go along with his terrible lies.
Okay, so if I'm receiving this properly, yeah, it's bad to lie, but it's in at least today, it's worse that he's bad at lying.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And like the whole thing is like, he is a homebody and I get that. That's fine. But when people invite us to dinner and stuff like that, rather than just saying, no, I don't want to go, or no, I'd rather lay on the couch for the rest of the evening, he likes to come up with with dumb, elaborate lies like, oh, we're going to East Texas this weekend to visit my family. And then now by association, I am roped into that lie and have to go with it. And I'm like, people are going to know that we're not in East Texas.
Yeah, that's a difficult thing to carry out because, number one, if you post anything on social media for the entire weekend,
Yeah,
it has to be with the lie in mind.
correct.
And nowhere, I'm going to assume that nowhere in your wedding vows did it say, rich or poor, sickness and health, and lie with me.
It did not. Absolutely, it didn't. I just am like, why do you say that? Why can't you just tell people no? Why is it so difficult to say no? I don't want to go to dinner.
I'm guessing he is just really in touch with his feelings and he doesn't want to hurt their
No,
feelings by saying he doesn't want to spend time with them.
maybe I don't know, but I don't. It's not necessarily that you don't want to spend time with them. You're just not feeling it that day or whatever.
Yeah.
But then now you create this lie that involves our entire weekend. You've literally ruined an entire weekend just because you didn't want to go to dinner with somebody on Friday night at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And not only have you taken it yourself out of the equation, you took me out for the weekend too. And I don't like that.
I'm sensing where the true trouble lies here.
Correct. Should I double down and just be like, oh, I came back from East Texas because I was bored. And now it's a lie on top of a lie.
Yeah. Just dog pile the lies. Just stack them up.
Like, exactly. So that nobody can keep track and then they will uncover the fact that he is the worst liar on the planet if they haven't already done so.
The other way to go is to just outright out him.
Oh, well, I have definitely done my fair share of that.
Oh, really?
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're a bus driver also.
I am. I totally am. I no question about it. I'm absolutely am. I've even gone as far because I know that he'll be like, I don't want to go. And then he'll lie about it. And to avoid the entire situation, I will get someone else to ask him directly in front of like a group of people. So then he can't, because he's not quick enough to come up with a lie in that moment.
Okay.
So like I will literally like oust him in front of people so that we have to go to dinner with people.
So you want him to take a verbal flogging.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I know he can't cave if we're in public. If someone else is asking him and we're in public, there's nothing he can do. He's stuck.
So now it's just a question of
like, oh great. That probably makes me sound really bad.
I mean, look, the idea of marriage is that for the most part, you're supposed to have your partner's back, support them, in all things.
Sure.
But I do also realize that it is the 21st century and that holding your partner accountable for the things they do and say can also be important, especially if that means you then have to perpetuate their lies for an entire weekend.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have the worst memory on the planet. Like literally, I am a goldfish. I will go around the circle of the bowl and I will have forgotten whatever you've said. So he could come up with this super great, amazing, elaborate lie and I will have forgotten. And inevitably, it will come back up in conversation. So I'm like, this is why we don't lie. This is why we shouldn't lie. This is why we should just tell people we don't want to go. So no.
Yeah. Here's a solution, okay? And I think this might be a win-win for you guys, okay?
Okay.
You just have a standard lie. So that way it's easy for you to keep track of, and it's not an elaborate lie for him to come up with on the fly type of thing or some sort of an elaborate excuse. It can just be something as simple as, you know what, we had a really long week, we're tired. Thank you for the invitation, but we're just going to stay in tonight.
That would be I have no problem with that answer whatsoever. His problem is he adds to it.
Oh no. That's why I'm saying
it can't just,
you got to write it down, like put it on a flashcard. And
I don't think he can do it.
Oh, come on. Put it on a flashcard because he's teacher. He's football coach, right? So
Yeah.
he's probably got the school ID around his neck all day, right?
I was gonna say we can get him like the football armband so he knows what play to go to.
Even better. He's got the whole Audible list right there,
Yes.
except it's just one Audible. One.
Right.
It's play one, and that's it. We're too tired, but thank you for the invitation. Goodbye.
Right.
Touchdown.
We're not gonna say
Game over.
Not going to say we're going out of town. We're not going to say it's somebody's birthday party. We're not going to say your mom's in town because we have to back that up with proof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Just go to we're tired. We've had a really busy week. maybe next week, maybe suggest a different day. It's not hard.
Especially if the lie has gotten so elaborate and stupid that you start picking off your grandparents as having died, because
Yeah.
this is something that has happened with me and my wife, where
No.
we've had a friend say, "Oh, I can't. I had a death in the family." So bad, and this had happened so many times, and I responded via
Mm-hmm.
text one time, "How many grandparents do you have?"
Oh no.
Joke's on me. Like, it's, all these blended families nowadays. You might have 16 of them, but unless you're filling out some sort of March Madness tournament with grandparents, you're going to run out of them after a while.
Yes,
Stop using death as a lie or an excuse.
you legitimately only have 4.
Hmm.
I can't count if your parents are divorced or whatever. I can't count like stepdad grandparents or whatever. We
Yeah.
can't really count that, I don't think.
Everyone's divorced and remarried these days. Some people multiple
Right.
times. You might actually have a
Yes.
Loyola level grandparent out there somewhere.
Correct. But no, we're only counting 4. That's all you get. I'm sorry. The workplace rules also apply to your everyday life rules.
I like that. You get 4 grandparents to kill off as an
4.
excuse. After that, they're done.
You're gone. That's it. No more.
And my other recommendation is, if you're going to use those as excuses, get yourself a little poster and mark down which grandparent you've offed.
That's you have to keep track of your web of lies.
You do. You have to, if you're going to lie, they say don't write them down. Look, this is just it's social lying. This isn't for court. If it's for court, that's a totally different thing. That's a different episode.
Absolutely. Sure.
But in this case, it would help. Make yourself a little poster board that says lies.
Yes.
And then that's the top, and then on the side it's what the lie is and how many times you've used it, and then all that stuff. That way you know. So
exactly.
Okay, what lie have I told? Okay, grandma Bernie. Okay, I've not used.
Gone.
Yeah, she's gone. I can't say her. I can use Grandma Rose. She's still alive. I can knock her off.
Correct.
And no one likes
There
her
you
anyway,
go.
so that works. So yeah, just keep
You
track.
got to keep track.
Come up with a standard lie for your husband, and like you said, do on the quarterback armband, just like in football that we know he's familiar with, and it's got the one lie on it.
I will say though, it's going to be a dead giveaway when he pops that arm up. Like, I'm just saying.
Now you have to do it. And I want to be there when he uses it.
Well,
and to be honest, now I kind of want one. We all know men will go to surprising lengths to get a woman, but are women now stooping to their level, Rebekah?
yes, they absolutely are.
Oh, no.
This is crazy. It's going like way too far, and there's surgery involved with this one. Have you seen the dudes that get like the lengthening surgery so that they're taller?
Yes, I actually knew a guy. I worked with a guy who looked into getting that surgery done because he was so self-conscious about his height, or lack thereof.
Right. Okay. So women are doing the opposite, and they're getting their legs shortened so that they can find a man. Because apparently all the tall men are taken. And they don't want to be with the short king, I guess. So they're getting their actual bones, shortened.
Oh, my God.
That's crazy.
All right, just real quick, forget the emotional side of it. I'm curious of just the biological side momentarily here. So do they then just cut a portion of the bone out and then fuse the two pieces together that's left?
Yeah.
Kind of like
that's exactly what it
kind
is.
of like editing a sentence? Like
yeah, that's exactly
you're
what
taking
it is.
out the adverb?
Mhm.
Okay, that's really horrific.
It's like, when you break a bone or whatever and it fuses back together, this is sort of the same situation, except for they're taking, I guess, an inch or so out, which is wild that they can even do that, and then it grows back together.
Ugh, that's really disgusting.
I don't think I've ever done anything remotely like this for a guy, nor would I. I wouldn't even consider it. Like, it's crazy to me. A surgery that's super expensive. I'm like, I did get a tattoo, but it wasn't at the request of a guy, my husband.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's my
you
husband.
cut me
Sorry,
off.
I have a
You cut me off. I think you saw the gleam in my eye, and I was
yeah,
about to
you did.
ask.
I'm like,
It's like,
sorry.
does your husband know?
No, yeah, it's for my husband. Like I got his initials on my wrist or whatever, but that was not because he was wanting it or asking me to do it. That's because I felt like doing it. If he had it his way, like I would never have any tattoos or whatever. And I'm like, no, it's me. I can do whatever I want.
Right.
But I can't imagine. Can you imagine you're paying thousands of dollars for this elective surgery because you know insurance isn't going to cover it.
No.
I don't think you can check a place like for a boy on your medical card.
That'd be great if that was an option.
Totally. But yeah, they're going under the knife, which is scary anyway. Like you shouldn't go under the knife unless you absolutely have to.
Mm-hmm. And have you ever
And for a boy?
broken a bone?
Yes.
Okay, same.
Actually, not that long ago, I broke a foot bone and it took forever to heal.
Ugh.
It was not fun.
When I was 14, I broke my upper arm right in the middle playing football.
Yeah.
Compound fracture. I would not ever choose that
No.
process.
No.
It is terrible to this day. We're talking 30 years later. Like as you're telling the story, I can feel where it broke. Like I can feel it in my arm start to ache. It's just like, nope.
Yeah.
No.
That's the worst. That's terrible. So yeah, anytime you like feel love, your bones ache because you had an inch taken out. I was just thinking like, can you imagine a lady that's had, their bone kind of removed, right, to be shorter, and then they get with their man, and I would think anytime like the love flutters, they feel it in their shins because they don't have it. Is that a weird thought?
Yes, but I love it. It's a fascinating thing because I am not a tall man. I'm 5'9" on a good day. Now, I used to be like 5'10"-ish. So
oh yeah, we're all shrinking.
Well, I am shrinking. I don't know entirely why. I think there's the lack of discs in my spine as some sort of a culprit. But point is, I am not a tall man. Never have been. And there is no way I would ever consider the lengthening of my legs to make me taller from surgery. Now, if I happen upon a genie in a bottle type situation and I have the option of making things long, I don't need to finish. Never mind. My point is...
Where are you going with that, Dan? What are you trying to lengthen, buddy?
The legs would be second. So it really is dumbfounding to me that women are considering surgery to shorten themselves to be more appealing to shorter men. Whatever happened to the movies and the television shows we all grew up with where it taught us the lesson of it's what's on the inside that counts.
Yeah.
The personality, the person, not their height or lack thereof.
I mean, to be fair, technically, if you're having your bones removed, that is on the inside.
Touche.
But do you think it would bother you if you did date somebody a couple of inches taller than you? And this is like, we're saying flat feet, bare to bare feet. Because it's a thing for guys. It's a thing for guys.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
That's probably your best answer, your safest answer right now.
And I think that's
that
the one. I'm just going to stick with that for now.
Yeah, that's probably a smart idea.
Because I don't want to say the wrong thing and end up coming across as a tinier man than I already am.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's one thing to be short. I don't want to be small.
Totally. I love the way that you summed that up. That's perfection right there. I agree with you on it.
That being said, I do know that the whole height thing is a major thing, especially with online dating. Like if you're not, because they have it to where you can set your profile and your searches to certain parameters. So if you're a female, typically females want what? A guy that's 6 feet and up.
Yeah.
And if the guy, like, and you set up your Tinder, your Bumble, whatever, and you set it to 6 foot plus, there might be a hell of a guy that's 5'9" that you could miss out on simply because he doesn't hit that one requirement.
Yes, I would like a taller guy. I want my dude to be bigger than I am because I'm kind of a big girl anyway. Like I'm pretty thick. I'm tall. Like, I want a guy to be bigger than me just because that's my preference. However, I would not at all write off somebody that was like the same height as me and maybe even shorter,
Hmm.
if that makes any sense. I don't think I would. I think I have dated somebody that is my exact height, and that wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine just being like, oh no, I'm sorry, you're
Yeah.
short. Goodbye.
I think that's one of those things where it's really hard to go against your biological tendencies because as the female, you want to feel protected, kind of a thing, right?
Right.
Um, so I can understand as I can take my male brain, set it aside, and then pretend to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a woman, would I want to then feel like the protector if when we embrace, I feel like I'm protecting you, cub.
Right. No,
Mama's
and I
got
get
you.
that. I do. Yeah, and it isn't there. I think there's like biology that's associated with that
Yeah.
because it's like women who are looking for spouses because of our stupid biological insides have that like where we're looking for somebody that we can mate with and like have a baby with, and like if you aren't with a bigger dude, like somehow it's not right, if that makes sense.
Did we actually just come full circle on this topic and
I
justify the
maybe I think
women
maybe we did.
shortening their legs?
We should like can we just say maybe we shouldn't be just like I don't want to justify it.
Yeah.
I don't think this should be a thing. I don't think people should care about the height of their significant others. But weirdly enough, I do think there is some biology
Yeah.
attached to it. I don't know how to overcome that.
Maybe the way we should look at it is this way. Instead of her shortening her legs so she can make herself available to a whole other crop of guys who are single, albeit shorter,
Mm-hmm.
if there's truly a deep-seated thing that you are self-conscious about, like you're 6 foot or you're 6'5" and you're just really self-conscious about being tall and taller than everyone, then I can understand you wanting to do something about it the way that some women might with, plastic surgery augmentation because they're self-conscious about a certain part of their body and they do this and then they feel more confident and better with themselves. Like if they were born with, a wicked witch of the West nose type of situation and they want to get that fixed,
Right.
then yeah, I get it. If you feel like a giant among people and you want to be normal, then you do you.
So what you're saying is like it needs to be coming from within. Not like you're not doing it for someone else, you're doing it for you.
Yes.
I agree with
Yeah.
that.
Now, granted, someone's going to bastardize it and say, well, yeah, it is for me, so I can find a man and be happy. It's like, well, I can't do it.
But I mean, I guess at the end of the day, if that's truly what you want,
if
who am I to say don't do it?
if that's the one thing that is really going to make or break your life, then fine, break the legs.
Damn, we have solved nothing. We solved nothing in this segment.
And I felt so good when we started.
I did too. I did too, and we talked ourselves out of it.
God. Bless our hearts. If
Yep.
you are listening to us, be sure to follow the show so you don't miss an episode. And if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. For Rebekah Black, I'm Dan O'Malley, and this was really Unsolicited.